Thank you very much. So, was that what you expected it to be? You gotta have a little carnage, a little mayhem if it's gonna be an Evil Dead movie. Is anybody still worried about the Evil Dead movie? Are you worried, sir? No remakes. Yeah, well, you'll never see another movie then. Everything's a remake. Anybody still worried other than this one guy? This one guy from Wadesboro. Anybody from Wadesboro? All right, I'll speak more slowly. That's where we filmed Evil Dead 2 in Wadesboro, North Carolina. Do not go onto that guy's property looking for shit either. There's the original cabin in Tennessee, and that burned down because of some psycho who lit it on fire, and the fireplace was left. There's only about a third of it left because freaks like you have been sneaking onto this private property in rural Tennessee. I don't have to tell you, people from North Carolina, don't go on their property. Shoot you in the ass first. Hit you on the head with the brick that you stole. Does anybody have a brick from the fireplace? I've got some commando shots, I swear. It's like these guys in tactical wear in front of the fireplace going, yeah. Like seconds before they're killed with a line. All right, well, your questions are usually more entertaining than my answers, so whoever's got something they've got to know the answer to, let's get that hand up. What? Stand up so you can be counted. What's your problem? When are we going to do Bubba Nosferatu? You got $2 million in your back pocket? Okay, he's not laughing anymore. There's buried treasure where the Evil Dead cabin is. Millions of dollars are buried there. Some guys going, I didn't know that. Tweet. Yes, right there.
About 3 years ago, I was trying to get a Ghost Trek feature.
3 years ago, you were trying to get a what?
Ghost Trek feature made.
A Ghost Trek feature made. You called my agent, and thankfully he did not pick up the phone. It's called caller ID. I called you back. Oh, well, it must be a classy production then. Mike, did I say it just like that? Bruce who? You son of a bitch. You want me to name the movie or not? So what did we talk about? Because I obviously remember this so clearly.
Let me tell you why I'm not going to do your
I did explain that, didn't I? I had a long, horrible list of why there's no way in hell I was going to do your movie. But at least it was very clear, right?
I wouldn't do your movie for $100 grand. That's what we call $100 out there, so that's somewhere to start.
I won't even do your movie for $200,000 that you dig up from the Evil Dead property. I see. Thank you very much for your never-ending question. Thank you. Yes, I didn't point to you, but sure, stand right up. It obviously is good. Either that or you have restless leg syndrome. Someone said, shut up, I have that. Why one more burn notice season and not more? Do you think I have anything to do with that? I run that show into the dirt, it goes up to me. The wheels fall off. I don't run the studio, sir. I'm just a little teeny actor, a little teeny. I'm a little cog in this giant billion-dollar wheel that goes around. Can't help it. Do you have any ideas of how you might make that happen, though? Lots of money? Well, nobody here has money. They're all looking for it. On the wrong property. This This section's disappointing. Let's yeah, please stand up, yes.
What's next after Evil Dead for you?
What's next after Evil Dead? I go back to Burn Notice season 7. That's not enough. For God's sake, people die in 7 years. That's longer than most marriages.
Is there going to be a
I'll be
sequel?
back to you later. What's that?
Is there going to be a sequel to this, and is there going to be
A sequel to the Evil Dead remake?
Yes.
Depends on how many times you see the remake. sequel, reimagining, rebirth,
And Sam bringing Ash back. I heard he might be
Sam Raimi bringing Ash back. Sam Raimi is threatening to write Army of Darkness 2 this summer. Every 5 months. What? Who's yelling what? Do I go to your house and just shout? You're bad with tree don't fork. I can't help that. Question here or back to this side. There was a mistake going back there. Yeah. Yes. It has nothing to do with movies.
Go green or go blue?
Go green or go blue? What the hell does any of that mean? Spartans or Wolverines? I haven't lived in Michigan in 48 years. What do I give a shit? Michigan State. So there's a little green. My brother went to Michigan State. There's a little more green for you. My grandfather went to U of M. My brother went to U of M. So I guess it's a tie, because I didn't go to either one of those damn schools. I dropped out after 6 months. I didn't miss shit. I gotta tell you, I didn't miss anything. Oh, I need a degree to be an actor. Are you kidding me? Get covered in blood. I can do that with a 4th grade education. You people here know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I like where yeah. I grow weary with this side. You're here. Yes, ma'am, right here. Please stand up to share your question. What's it like working around some of the explosions on Burn Notice? The problem is sometimes they don't work around us. They come right at you. They don't really know. It's loud as hell and dangerous. Thanks for asking. Yes, right here.
Are you ever thinking about doing one of your own conventions?
Thinking about doing one of my own conventions. You get working on that right away. And let's talk. Somewhere in the back. Yeah. Yes. Wow, not even close. The Expendables of what? You heard. But I want to do a horror film. That was the Expendables of horror. Yes. I would love to make that. The guy over here who needs $2 million. Man. Yeah, right there. You're welcome. Thank you for buying my book that you're holding in your hand. Thank you.
Tell us about one of your favorite acting experiences and one of your least favorite.
One of my favorite acting experiences. That's a very dangerous question, man. Because an acting experience that's fun means the movie is hard to watch. Army of Darkness is not very fun at all. It's kind of fun to watch, though. It's not fun to make.
What about least favorite?
My least favorite? Probably Army of Darkness. What was your least favorite to watch? Let's play a game for me. Stand back up. Man, you've obviously put some money out for the various classics that I've done. What have I done that you would like your money back for? And now don't chime in for God's sake, because a lot of people go, oh, I know. Shut up and let her answer. Army of Darkness. Let's take a poll. Should we give her money back for Army of Darkness? Right, you love Briscoe County Jr. We're not talking about what we love now. I'm going back for all the evil dead. Why are you here if you're blocking me? Come up here, man. All of your pain and heartache, crappy movies that you're subject to watch. This guy doesn't get boo over here. $2 subsidy. $8 back. Well, you can get a ticket. You put me on the spot here, aren't you? You hold the book, hold that damn thing.
That's good.
A cheapskate. It's like working with Comet, the horse on the adventure. Doesn't he have a personality? Doesn't he give a crap about me at all? Comet was fine, but you didn't want to ride Comet because Comet was a trick horse. And trick horses are always going, when do I do the trick? They're very nervous, they don't stand still. He's the one that nudges and does the lip thing and does this and he can pull things, but don't ever get on a trick horse. They'll throw you off. The horse that I mostly rode was a horse called Campbell. He was about 15 years old. He was a back that went a little bit like that. I was not going to get thrown off this stupid horse. And then there was another horse that was just for rearing, called Ace. But you wouldn't want to use that horse if you were doing dialogue because you cued it with your heels. If you cued it, it would go, and hit you right in the face. That's all it knows is if I squeeze it with my heels, it'll go right up. And the one thing you have to learn to learn how to rear on a horse, everyone thinks, ha! It's so easy to do. If you pull back, everyone's going over. First of all, you can't go straight. You'll get cracked in the face, and the horse will win. So you have to go to one side or the other. So horses are I love horses and I have a lot of respect for them now. They're not nearly as dumb as I thought they were. Because my horse, Copper, I thought was kind of stupid. And as soon as it was a cold morning, about 7 in the morning, he'd look for my foot. He'd go, oh, there it is. And he'd step on it. And then he would put all of his weight on it. And the wrangler was there. I'm like, Gordon! His name was Gordon, big tough guy. Gordon, he's stepping on my foot. What do I do? Gordon goes, puh! He just punches the horse in the shoulder. The horse goes, hey! That's what you do. You fucking punch him in the shoulder.
My cell phone's going off a lot.
Yes, right here. Sure.
I heard that Sam Raimi really likes to beat up his actors. Has there ever been a part where you're like, you hit me with one more stick, Raimi?
Has there ever been a part where I threatened Sam back? No. That's not how Sam works. Sam is the inflictor. I made the mistake of doing magic shows with Sam in about 10th grade. And every time he hit me in front of kids, we would do bar mitzvahs and things like that. Every time he hit me, the kids would laugh. So he got in this idea that hurting me was funny. Thanks for reminding me of that. Yes. What role challenged me most as an actor? The Old Spice commercial. Very challenging. Having to look at that teleprompter just right as I'm walking along, giving me every single line of dialogue that's coming up next. That's difficult to do. Pay attention to that thing as it's scrolling along. You believe that? I got some swamp land in Tennessee. Yes, back there.
Do you prefer skinny Elvis or fat Elvis?
Skinny Elvis or fat Elvis? Why would that impact your life one way or the other?
I have a very weird
You
life.
brought it up. Do you like skinny Elvis?
Yeah.
Well, that's good enough for me. The alternative is fat Elvis. Yes, back there. Yeah.
My friend Nick here is extremely gay.
Nick, is it Nick? Are you gay, first of all?
No.
Have I turned you gay? Take to push you over the edge. Would you like to play with my boomstick? Sir, how should we resolve this today? Should we just part as friends? Pretend this conversation never happened? That sounds like a good idea. Coming back to this section for an hour. Yes, right here, Ashetta. Please stand up, Ashetta. Come on up here, brother. Do you have any props or just you? Take my gun. Come on up here. Come on up here. All right. So, Ashetta, ladies and gentlemen. And what made you decide to come as Ash today?
You were my very first hero growing up, and my first crush. This is fantastic. And I'm in filmmaking now, thanks to you. So thank you very much.
All right. Quick question. What's with the cutoff shorts? Sexy it up a little bit. Yes. I'd say she's succeeding. So now, you obviously spent several minutes working on this. How did you put this all together?
I've actually had this costume for a few years and worn it to many cons, but yeah, I bought.
And you probably have not washed it, have you?
No, I have watched it. I had to smell all kinds of pretty in case I got to help you.
All kinds of pretty. Okay, and so you got the torn shirt thing. And the high heels. Ash never really had the high heels. Nice. And how much would you say you spent on this?
These shorts are actually designer, so I would say probably around $75. Yeah.
You didn't waste your money at all. And for that, I'm going to subsidize your costume. All your non-hard work, $1. Thank you. All right. Any other Ashettas out there? Oh, I see. You're wearing a chainsaw dress. Well, let's at least model it for folks so they can see what's out there on the market. What's your name?
My name is Suze.
Hi, Suze. Come on over here. And what is this?
This is my Ash Williams dress, and I actually got this on Etsy from someone, and I ended up changing a lot of things about it. Like I ended up repainting a lot of the chainsaw parts of it, and having to take out.
Because you thought it was poorly made.
Not at all. I thought I could. Well, I had 3 Ash costumes.
Did you pay for that? How much did you pay?
$120.
A bargain at twice the price. A hug will suffice. That's pretty expensive, lady, let me tell you. But wait, isn't there a pocket, turn sideways to get the full effect? So you got the chainsaw hand, see, she's smiling and she's scary all at the same time. Give you a little hug action. Hey, lady! Yes, right here.
This is more of a thank you. I know you and Sam had to do something about the 100% CGI free and the new Evil Dead, and I just want to thank you guys.
You want to thank us for having 100% CGI free. Don't confuse that with visual effects.
Well, the makeup is.
Makeup is makeup. There's mostly that. But we've taken images and composited sometimes. But no, there's no official CGI, swirly, whirly, ghosty, scary creatures. It will not look generic. No, it'll freak your shit, basically. Look, if you wanted to make a movie, is it asking too much? To not see the green garden hose, you and the fake blood, like the first one? Everyone thinks it's so charming. Oh, what about the charm of the first one? It wasn't charming, it was low budget. Could we change it? No, we didn't have any money. Now we're changing it, 34 years later. Yes? What made me and Sam Raimi want to remake it in the first place? Because we've been tormented by fans for 15, 20 years. When are you going to make another one? When are you going to make another one? Sam's making the biggest movies in Hollywood. I've been stuck on this TV show for 7 seasons now. Not enough for this guy here. I think I've died. I think I've fallen off the face of the earth. So it takes about 2 years to make an Evil Dead movie. So when the hell would we cram that in between Spider-Man and Oz the Great and Powerful? You know, it's not a fit. So a filmmaker made a short called Panic Attack, which is available on YouTube, and the guy put it up there. It's from Uruguay, Fede Alvarez. And this thing went insane, and within 2 weeks he was meeting with every big shot in Hollywood, including Sam Raimi. And he was a big Evil Dead fan, and Sam was talking to him about maybe making that short film into a feature version. But they started talking about Evil Dead, and he pitched some ideas, and so we started to pay attention. We thought, well, let's put an Evil Dead movie out that won't affect any of the other Evil Dead movies. So I envision 2 parallel sets of movies. Nothing's happening with the original set. People think we're burning the negative of the original Evil Dead. Nothing's happening. Your 3 Evil Dead movies will be preserved as long as we can afford to preserve them, like another hour or 2. But the new movies will function independently. I think when you see it, you realize, oh, there's no Ash character. That's my feeling exactly. So then that's because Sam still to this day wants to make another original Evil Dead movie in that series. So we thought, let's put this out to you savages to whet your appetite. And I think Fede Alvarez did a really good job because, look, you know, we take this very seriously about making sure that this movie doesn't stink to high heaven, because this is what got us into the film business. You know, we picked what we think is a filmmaker is really good. We gave him a budget. We gave him a great New Zealand crew to shoot it, and actors that can actually, you know, act. And special effects that are special, not defects. So, anyway, hopefully you'll enjoy that. April 5th, coming soon. Way in the back. Yeah.
You are just a huge hero of mine, and I think I speak for everybody in this room. Just thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Take this dollar. Try and get it back to that guy. Just pass it back. Just pass it straight back. Make sure it gets to the guy who actually said it. Come on, you cheapskates. Don't. And the chick don't want my book. Don't put it anywhere near her. The guy's looking for $2 million. Don't put it anywhere near him. All right. There we go. Yes, over here. But you're going to ask it anyway. Where did Boomstick come about? I know where Give Me Some Sugar Baby came from. I know that phrase has power. I was at a book signing and the guy came up, he said, "Thanks for giving me some sugar baby." I said, "Why thanks?" He said, "Well, I was working in Beijing, China. I had to translate it into Mandarin. Went to a nightclub, used it on a chick, got laid." Innocent Sugar Baby in China is very powerful. These come out of Sam Raimi's fevered brain, most of them, while the camera's rolling. He'll throw out half my dialogue while the camera's rolling. He just made it up. Try that sometime. Here, come on up here. Come on up here, actually. Come on up. I'm going to show you what it's like to act in a Sam Raimi movie. What's your name?
Ryan.
Ryan, okay. Ryan, now I'm going to do this. I'm going to throw you some, here, hold this, here's your mic. So, hold up your mouth. It's your attitude. How does that sound? Groovy. Like some things like talk, normal talk.
How you doing, baby?
Camera's rolling. Pay attention. You're the hero. All right, Spinach Chin, listen up. Say it.
All right, Spinach Chin, listen up.
Listen up, Spinach Chin. I'm tired of your blah, 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 and your bullshit.
Listen up, Spinach Chin, I'm talking your blah, blah, blah bullshit.
Please do, Spinach Chin.
Next time you pass by, do please, Spinach Chin.
Suck, get out of here. That's sort of what it's like. It's sort of what it's like. Yes, in the backpack. There's no one behind you.
Yeah, let me try to ask you a real question.
Don't be coming up, that's fine right there.
I'm going to go see a preview of Evil Dead remake.
You saw a preview. You saw the actual movie.
Yes.
Okay.
At stage this week. It was
All
great.
right.
Everybody, you're going to love it. My question to you mentioned remakes earlier. Your roots are an independent filmmaker.
Yes.
Evil Dead was an independent film.
Yes, Evil Dead was an independent, very independent.
What we have today.
Too damn independent.
I'm an independent filmmaker. What we have today is Hollywood is making everything a remake. We have independent filmmakers that are thinking they need to attach their names to remakes to get known. Do you think it is important for independent filmmakers to make original works so that we have an Evil Dead in 20 years?
Are you lecturing me, sir?
I need you to speak to the people and remind these filmmakers.
I ain't running for nothing. Look, here's the Scoopy Poopy. Here's how it works. Look at Evil Dead. Original, sure.
Yes.
How many monster movies have been made before Evil Dead? Night of the Living Dead. Night of 1,000 Corpses. I mean, on and on and on. It's not the first monster movie that's ever been made. That's very successful. So we go, you know what? We're not going to make a horror film anymore. We're going to make a musical comedy called Crime Wave. You don't even know what to react to. None of you have even seen the movie. You just bought it today. Did you spend $125 on that too? Yes. So that movie bombed. So guess what we did? We made another horror film. Oh my God. It's kind of crazy how that works. So you have to do what you do to survive in the world. I think, yeah, we're getting a little sequel crazy. We're getting a little remake crazy. I don't call this anything. I call it another Evil Dead movie. It's not a remake or it's nothing. It's just another damn Evil Dead movie. But look, people have got to, they got to get money however they can. I encourage people, if you're from North Carolina, make a movie in North Carolina and stay in North Carolina. There's nothing wrong with North Carolina. It's fine. Because look, in the old days, you had to take physical negative. You had to buy from Kodak. Negative to thread through a camera that went through, it would rip and tear and get exposed to the light. It was ridiculous. It would scratch and get hairs all over it. Then you had to take it to a laboratory, get it processed. Then you had to print, you had to develop the negative. Then you had to get a print. Then you put it into this green machine that you had to thread all the way through, called a moviola. You turn it on, it's hot, it's spewing oil, and it rips the film in 1,000 pieces. So you go back, you take it out, you put it on a machine where you're putting physical splices to put the whole thing back together again. The drudgery of what filmmaking used to be is ridiculous, which I'm glad we did it because it meant we really wanted to do it. The problem with filmmakers today is they're lazy sons of bitches because they go like this: should I edit on Saturday or Sunday? We had to edit every single day because we had to take that thing back to where we were renting it from by Monday morning, so we were up all Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all night and taking it back Monday. So it's a little easier now. You can now go to Kmart, get an HD camera for what, $500? Buy a tower with 47 gigabytes of information. Beautiful screen monitor, for another couple thousand. For $5,000, You're completely set up with everything that you own. You have digital software. You can make titles, digital music. We still had to patch in a record and put it. You could hear it go onto the song. Making all the noise because Sam didn't clean the record well enough. Patching it into a 1/4-inch machine and then patching that into a Super 8 projector. The word is nightmare, sir. Nightmare. Where do we show that? We take a Super 8 movie and project it in the theater from all the way in the back there to the screen here. You know what it looks like? You can't see shit. It looks terrible. There's all this hum on the track of it because it's not digital. Oh my God, it's digital now. So you can now take that. You go take your HD camera, make your movie. It's going to look pretty darn good, even if you stink as a photographer. You go back in, you can sit for nothing and edit for a year. Nothing. Eat lollipops and, donuts and just edit. It doesn't cost you anything. Put your titles on there and learn how to do it. You can then take it, put it on a thumb drive or a DVD and march down to your local theater. Because starting 2014, studios are telling theaters they're not even going to give you a print anymore. It's all going to be a hard drive, an encoded hard drive. You can walk down there to any contemporary movie theater with a DVD and give it to that manager and say, play my movie, and work out a deal with it. And get all your friends and your neighbors to come and see it. And believe me, most of you jackasses know enough people to fill up this much of a theater. You can do it. It costs you nothing. Nothing. So it's easy. Carrying those film prints around. It used to be five reels that were this big around. Throw your back out carrying those things around. They didn't have to get it, and then the guy would have to put it up on a machine and rip it and tear it. He's smoking cigarettes. He puts a cigarette out on the thing. It's ridiculous. So that's what I recommend to you. Just tell stories where you are, because we don't need to see the same piece of California going by again anymore. Let's see Schmo Holler or whatever, here. Chase your sister around and your mother, whatever. Don't do it. So I just want to empower people that it's not as intimidating as it used to be. The only thing that's intimidating is just, make something original. Make someone copy you. Make someone rip your movie off someday. What an honor. That's all I have to say about it. We'll be back to your fabulous lives. We're going to do probably 3 more amazing questions that have never been asked before, ever, in the history of conventions. Yes. Who's chirping over there? All right, we'll get back to you. Yeah, go for it. You chirped again. Elvis, how much fun was it to play a senior citizen Elvis? What did I do to prepare? I worked with an Elvis impersonator for about 5 minutes. He gave up on me. He was this guy who worked on the Vegas Strip. He lived in LA. And his claim to fame is that he performed on the Vegas Strip, and the jumpsuits that I wore in Bubba Hotep were all made by the same company that made Elvis's jumpsuits. There's only one company in the whole country that makes these, and you got to give them back. You can't even keep them. No, Elvis had to give them. They weren't even his. They just knew that he wore them. Now these things, I wore them enough to know that they get a little gamey. Now Elvis, he was a sweaty son of a gun, I guess you could say, especially around 1976, post-Hawaii comeback. So all of his outfits were in the collection. And this guy had a charity show, so he went to the suit manufacturers and he said, can I wear an actual Elvis suit? Because they were about the same size for a production. They went, all right. They gave it to him reluctantly, but it fitted perfectly. So he was doing a show as Elvis with an actual Elvis jumpsuit on, and about halfway through the show, he started to heat up. Started to sweat through that suit a little bit. What does he smell? He smells Brute. It's from 1977. That's what Elvis wore, because they couldn't clean these things because you couldn't put them in the washing machine because of all the sequin. You had to just steam them and get away. So his orgasmic moment was smelling Brute from 1977, knowing that that was Elvis's sweat/brute, mixed with his sweat in that suit. It's the most disgusting thing I've ever heard. The guy gave up on me. He goes, just forget it, man. You're never going to get it. He left. Yeah, so screw him. So, yes, squeaky woman. Yes. When I was in Gay, Michigan. Are you with that guy back there? Gay, Michigan, yes, it's northern Michigan. The Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Your husband and I used to live up there. What do you do up there? Michigan Tech. Okay. Did I get to visit any of the other mining ruins while I was up there? Because they're so popular? It's probably not dangerous at all to walk around there. Oh, nothing has leached into the groundwater at all. For 100 years of copper mining up there on the edge of Lake Superior. Man, if you start growing a third arm, you'll know what's going on. No, I did not see any more mining ruins, for God's sake. Potentially the last question coming up. From where? Who's reliable? Trustworthy? Yeah, over here.
Hi.
Hi.
So, last year my husband and I were lucky enough to meet you the day before we got married.
You did what the day before you were married?
We got to meet you the day before.
You got to meet me the day before you were married.
And you gave us wonderful marriage.
So the marriage was kind of an anticlimactic event.
My question is, you've obviously been married for a long time.
I've enjoyed all of my marriages.
How does your wife deal with all of us?
How does my wife deal with all of you savages out there? Well, she's very happy that usually it's guys who are 24 years old want to go smoke a joint. They don't know there's no hotel room keys being thrown up here and no panties. Because until about 5 years ago, this would have been all guys in black t-shirts. So she'd be like, you have fun on your tours, Bruce. So it's a different kind of a threat. It's just as dangerous, of course. But she's fine. Now you are married?
We are. We got
You are.
married.
How long have you been married?
Almost a year.
Almost a year. And how's it going so far?
Thumbs up.
All right.
You told us the
You
advice
liar.
the advice that you gave us was role play.
You're stating that incorrectly. My advice was role play? I said don't role play.
Your original advice was, you be you, nobody's changing. Just stay yourself. And then you stopped, you turned around and you said, oh yeah, and role play.
No. I said don't role play. I'm thinking that in front of all these people. But I to the end. All right, well, folks, we're going to get you on to talk to some other valuable guests here this evening. I want to thank you all for coming out tonight.